household. It's not the physical structure that matters, but a spiritual house built by and to the glory of God. It is the individuals who make up the household who are precious. And I think I used that there, precious, before. And God's house is one of unity and holiness. But when you have a house of love, or a home of love, I should say, it builds trust and kinship and community among God's children, and symbolizes unity and wholeness for the glory of God. And then one of the main things in this chapter she speaks about is hospitality. Supreme virtue in all the cultures of the Roman Empire was hospitality, because they didn't have all the hotels and motels along every highway or street like we do. And in 3 John, Gaius is commended for extending hospitality to those visiting community with truth. Hospitality was pivotal to those especially traveling or living in the desert. Can you imagine living in the desert and traveling through the desert and not knowing how far you're going to go before you found any hospitality? It was really... do any of you have examples of hospitality shown to you that surprised you? Maybe, did a lot for the people that were doing it.
Yes. When I first came to Columbia, and I don't know how the young lady knew it, Laura Bordeaux, but she knew it. I just don't know how. But I had a stitch of food in my refrigerator, and she just called me up out of the blue, and she said, "Lawanda, I'm coming over to pick you up." I said, "You are?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, yes, ma'am." And she came, and she said, "Let's go." And I was ready, and she took me to the market, and she said, "Get whatever you need, but don't overdo it." I said, "Yes, ma'am." I got whatever I needed, and it was such a blessing, you know, and that was hospitality to me. And then all before that, when I first moved to my apartment, you know, I had no furniture or anything like that. And then the love that Columbia showed me, it's like every Sunday they were bringing me something for the house. I was like, oh my God, they just love me. I love them too, you know. So that was just wonderful, you know. So I always think about that. I really do. And then, you know, even though I was presented to you all with a story, and a negative one at that, you all still just overlooked that and loved me anyway. So I appreciate you all for that.
Thank you. I feel like when I'm talking about hospitality, I'm talking to the choir, the old saying goes. I had an example of hospitality in my old hometown in Centralia, Washington. I went back for my 50th high school reunion. And when I went back for my 40th high school reunion, I stayed with my best friend. But my best friend died in May of 1996. Was 40, 2006 was 50. But it's funny how this man that I knew through my sister, he liked my sister-in-law, but she wasn't too crazy about him. But he had already called me and invited me to stay with him and his wife, who was married, during the reunion. And that was before I knew she was going to die in May. The reunion wasn't until August. And so I had a place already prepared for me to stay, and I stayed about 5 days with he and his wife. And they just boiled me rotten. And he even took me for a drive around Mount St. Helens and all of that volcano eruption and everything. And I always considered Mount St. Helens one of my mountains, because from Centralia I could see Mount St. Helens, Mount Adams, and Mount Rainier. And they're all really my mountains. I'm sorry, they're not yours. But I just loved them. And I had a lot of fun, and this gentleman, they even provided a 5-year-old grandson for me to play with. And, I enjoyed that. But you just never know how God's going to prepare things for you. It's just a wonderful example of hospitality to me. Anybody else got any stories? I know when we moved to Decatur in 1970 on April Fool's Day, which was also my son's birthday, but we visited about 3 or 4 churches, and then we came to Columbia Presbyterian. We didn't visit any more churches after that. Everybody was just so friendly. They greeted us at the door at Sunday school time and showed us where the Sunday school classes went. And the next week, Bill Bryant, the minister, visited us. And I think it was Evelyn Bourne and Francis, Granger's first name? Bernie Granger, I think, also came to visit us. It was Circle Week. They gave out lists of people to visit.